Здравствуйте, мы продолжаем прохождение Редгарда на моем канале. В прошлой серии мы узнали о кувшине Лилландрии, что он где-то есть. Вот будем сегодня заниматься его поисками. Не обязательно доставать меч свой. Сейчас вот надо настроить свое этого. Так нормально. Познакомились с Джафаром. Он нам рассказал про Лилландрии, есть какой-то тут кувшин. Бум, сейчас это заниматься этой фигней, короче. Что ты хочешь? Не нашел твой медальон, отстань. Ну, пойдем знакомиться дальше, с магами пойдем знакомиться. Здравствуйте. О.
Good day.
Привет.
Hello.
Hello, stranger. Welcome to the Mages Guild of Strozmakai, fully chartered since 638 CE. I'm the resident shopkeeper hereabouts. Feel free to look around, but remember, everything is guild property. If there's anything you'd like to buy, just let me know.
Что знаешь о Заре?
I'm looking for a young woman named Azara.
The name is not familiar, sir. Might she have been a member of the guild?
Может быть.
I doubt it, but she may have been.
My apprenticeship here has lasted several years, and I haven't met any member named Azara yet, but who knows? Many members of the upper cabal are of the secretive sort.
Do you know anything about the Restless League?
I'm afraid not. The Mages Guild tries to stay out of the lesser politics.
What kind of town is Strozmakai?
I'm too busy studying to pay it much mind. Plus, with the Empire here, the streets feel kind of dangerous.
So you never leave the guild?
If you want to know the truth, wide open spaces kind of make me nervous. Many wood elves are like that, you know.
They miss the canopy of the Valenwood trees.
Our second sky, the middle green. Let's just say I don't wander around in Strozmakai enough to know that much about it.
How old is the Mages Guild?
This one? Or the institution itself? This one is fairly new, 200 years and a fourth more. Modern magics came late to Hammerfell.
Redguards have strong traditions.
But even they took finally to the notion of a more controlled and conscious auspice for magic. The Mages Guild was a reaction to that mass hedgery of old when magic was wild and unbalanced.
How very modern for an elf.
When you're a student, you embrace the institutional line if you want to graduate.
How long do you have to be an apprentice, Ms.
Felicia, and it's been way too long. I think the Guild has a prejudice against elves based on the fact that we live so long. And have the potential of reaching heights no human wizard could ever dream for, unless he goes the rotting way, which so many do. But I guess I'm just being bitter. One day I'll make Archmage, and maybe none too soon, considering there's an opening now.
Archimag.
Who is the Archmage?
Archmage.
Human named Jagenveer, a real hard case. Doesn't really have enough secrets to be Archmage. But the last one was killed at the Battle of Strozmakai, so there was a vacuum to fill.
А ты не боишься, что тебя тоже убьют?
Do you think Jagenveer knows anything about Azara?
Wouldn't tell you if he did. He doesn't talk to mundanes, and he's too busy studying for the battle spire to be seen lately.
What's the Battle Spire?
A war college set up by the Empire to test its battle mages. An elite mages guild, really. Archmage Jagenveer's got his sights on the battle spire recently, though why anybody would want to hang out with those losers is beyond me.
What happened to the last Archmage?
Oh, his Redguard blood got the better of him. He died in the Battle of Strozmakai, fighting alongside the prince.
The Mages Guild helped the Crowns in the battle?
Not the Mages Guild, just former Archmage Voa. He was a nationalist as well as a guild member and couldn't help himself. Got killed for mundane politics.
Maybe I could speak to somebody in the upper cabal.
Sure, you'll be right after me. As soon as you get 10 years of apprenticeship under your belt and can cast an alter reality
Смена
spell.
реальности,
The
заклинания.
new Archmage Jaganveer, he doesn't talk to nobody. And we make everybody else in the guild do likewise, except for me, since I run the shop.
Has the Empire interfered with the Mages Guild yet?
Of that I am not at liberty to say. Let's just say Archmage Jaganveer is trying to stay on their good side. He's got his greedy eyes on the battle spire.
Джо, ты член гильдии?
I've heard one of your members got into some trouble with the governor.
I'm not supposed to talk about that.
Да ты шо?
I've heard that an ancient artifact, the Flask of Lillandrala, was lost on this island long ago. You know the piece I'm talking about?
You're not the first to ask. Everybody seems to think the Mages Guild has access to all the land's magic. Sorry to say, the flask has not turned up for centuries. Lost on this island long ago by the elven founders of the flask who were shipwrecked here. They fled Somerset Isle with the flask, hoping to buy sanctuary from the Clanderini in High Rock, but the seas only brought them this far. Some say there's a map to it.
Карта есть даже, ух ты, интересно.
What about this map to the flask?
Well, nobody has seen it. The stories say it was torn into 4 pieces. One of the pieces was even said to have been inscribed on the bottom of a silver box shaped like a ship.
Так, карта сделана из 4 кусочков, ага. Ясно.
What's for sale?
Magical potions of all sorts.
What potions do you have?
Healing potions, strength potions, and potions of iron skin.
Не, спасибо, пока ничего не надо. Что, будем искать теперь 4 части
Thanks for your
карты,
help.
чтобы найти этот
The name's Felicia.
Лилландрии.
I'll be here.
Thanks, Felicia.
Thanks yourself.
Чё ты, Джаганвир, будешь со мной разговаривать?
Excuse me, are you the Archmage?
Leave me, please. I have much to do.
Да ты что? Говнюк. Ну ладно, написано, короче, никому сюда не входить.
It's empty. Somebody's really been through this place.
Не входить, так не входите. Подумаешь. Так, 4 кусочка, ага, карта, ясно, ясно. Так, погнали дальше. Так. С ним... Вот я не помню, мы с ней разговаривали или нет. Ну.
Good cheer, sir.
Excuse me, Mariah.
Да, разговаривали.
What can I do for you?
Может, ты что-нибудь знаешь про карту, ну? О, сосуд Лилландрила. Знаешь что-нибудь?
Mariah, do you know anything about the Flask of Lillandrala?
Only the tales. Lost on the island by elves long ago. A treasure hunter's dream.
Ну ладно, пока.
Thanks, Mariah.
Ясно. Ну, знаем, что вы потеряли. Так а кто потерял? Ну ладно, погнали дальше. Храм Аркая. Сейчас зайдем мы с вами. Упс. Привет.
Hello, brother. I'm Cyrus, recent to this shore.
Brother Niddle, good son. Welcome to the Temple of Arcade.
Лечение.
Can you heal me, brother Niddle?
Please forgive the formalities. but the governor has levied a temple tax of 25 gold for any magical services rendered, healing or otherwise. Will you pay the tax?
Нет.
Forget it.
Забудь.
I am truly sorry, but I cannot help you then.
Что ты знаешь о
My
Азаре?
sister Izara has been missing for near 3 months. Perhaps you have heard of her?
I knew her well, actually. But she never mentioned having a brother. She was a fiery sort, as I'm sure you know, and her Redguard blood did not fare well under Imperial rule. She is not the only nationalist who has disappeared since the governor claimed the city. There have been others.
И кто еще пропал?
What others have disappeared?
Brother Kitral, my initiate and good friend, for one. He was an outspoken man and a Crown sympathizer. He was enamored of your sister, I must say, and took to her Crown propaganda readily.
Аркай? Я знаю, что у них была любовь, да, вроде бы как.
Are you a follower of Arcay, Cyrus?
Me? No. Well, not in the worshipper sense.
In what sense, then?
I'm not that wayward, brother. I do believe in the gods and in their, importance to man and, all that.
And Arcay's importance would be...
I'm usually the one who asks all the questions, Brother Niddle.
humor an old man.
Arcay, then, the shepherd of the soul who watches us through our lives and our deaths and guides us between them in the heavenly interim.
May he watch over you.
Что знаешь о Лиге, лучше расскажи мне.
Is there anything you can tell me about the Restless League, brother?
I know very little about their activities, Cyrus. The common stories, sure, but not much more.
Ясно.
How is Stros Mackay these days, Brother Niddle?
You should be able to see it just from the faces on the streets, my boy. But then again, there aren't that many faces out there anymore. Things have become quiet since the occupation.
I have seen the Empire expanding into all of Tamriel in my travels. Why is the occupation of Stros Mackay full of more bloodshed than most?
You have only your Redguard blood to answer that, my boy. When has Hammerfell ever suffered foreign rule? The Civil War was bloody, to be sure, but when the forebears allied with the Empire, the crowns felt they had been betrayed by their own kind. They were prepared to fight to the last man, and the Empire sent Admiral Rickton to make sure they did.
Предки.
Tell me of the forebears.
Расскажи мне про предков.
Living in Stros Mackay, you only get the crown definition, of course. That the forebears were the pretenders to the throne, that they betrayed the Republic, and that Hammerfell has been cursed by their cowardice.
Azara was a crown, I know that. As a crown, what would be her fate?
I fear, sadly, that the crown's days are ended. The forebears' alliance with Emperor Septim made sure of that.
What else do you know about Rickton?
That you should stay away from him, my boy. He will not care if you are a crown or not, should he find out that you are Izara's brother. However, you are probably safe in the city for the time being, as he never leaves the palace, it seems.
I escaped Hammerfell just before the Civil War and without regret. That is probably why Azara never mentioned me to you. Well, it was through a mutual friend that I learned of her disappearance.
The war cost this city much, Cyrus. Though an outsider may not see it, the crowns are gone now, and only the League remains as their testament.
The temple seems very empty, Brother Niddle. Are you its only priest?
We have ever been understaffed. It was horrible right after the battle. all the dead and dying. But luckily I had Brother Kithral to help me tend to them. Since he is gone now, I must carry on alone.
What can you tell me about the governor?
That he is a hard man. Richten threatened to raise the temple when I refused to hand over the wounded of Prince Ator, who had survived the battle. I assured him that even his emperor could not defy divine law. Nevertheless, the wounded under my care were healed only to be thrown into the catacombs thereafter.
What of Prince Ator?
He was lost at sea, my boy. That is all I know. And that it was rumored that Izara knew him personally.
Что моя сестра всех так хорошо знала, и Тора, и послушника этого.
So my sister knew the prince then?
Leave that alone, boy. That was but a rumor.
Did my sister fight in the Battle of Stros-Makai?
No, she was never part of the military. She could have been, though. She was good with a sword, I hear.
What is the divine law?
Richten wanted to rescind the crown's right to sanctuary while they were wounded, or to desecrate the bodies of the enemy dead before I gave them their last rites.
So Ator's men are in the catacombs then?
Either that, or they are fruit for the necromancer. It is somehow appropriate that Richten deals with that nefarious slug.
What happened to the bodies of Ator's men after the last rites?
Food for the dragon, more than likely. But at least their souls are safe from the necromancer.
The Imperials have a dragon?
Its name is Nafal-Lalagus, and it lives in the catacombs, or so I have heard. It has not been seen in the skies since the battle, so maybe Richten is lying about it still being around.
Может быть, и врет. Посмотрим.
What about this necromancer?
Nagasta has been here long, manifest in Tassad's good rule. Ator had kept his wretchedness at bay, but now, with the prince gone, he has cursed the land.
Это классный перевод. Проклятие, смотри, по смыслу бедствия, отлучения. Что?
How has Nagasta cursed the land?
The very soil of Stros-Makai is cursed. Nagasta has become very powerful, and has weaved a soul snare across the island. Any who die must quickly have their last rites performed before their souls become his to claim.
Do you know anyone that Izara may have kept company with, vanished nationalist or otherwise?
Like I said, I knew her well, and she spoke often to Brother Kithral, my former initiate, but he, too, has disappeared. She was a devout Archaean, Izara. I once almost convinced her to join the temple, but that was before she... well...
Before she what, Brother Niddle?
Исчезла.
well, man, before she vanished.
I trust that you will seek me out if you hear anything more of my sister.
I will be honest, Cyrus. She is either dead or worse, for I know she would not have left Stros-Makai even after Ator's defeat. Richten had a list of rebels when he took the throne, and Izara's name was undoubtedly upon it.
Why the temple tax?
Just another of Richten's rules, my boy, along with several other solutions to the burden of empire.
Брат Китрал.
When did you last see Kithral?
I sent him to the park for fresh mandrake root, and that is probably where Richten's men were waiting. Kithral was against the Imperial expansion from the start, though I reminded him that RK frowns on more secular interests. This warning Kithral obviously did not take to heart.
Ладно, до свидания.
Until later, Brother Niddle.
Goodbye, my son.
Goodbye, my son. Да пребудет с тобой сила. Что-то моя сестра везде полазила. Шуры, муры тут со всеми вела, наверное, мне так кажется. С братом Китралом, с принцем. Теперь понятно, что она пропала. Ладненько. Погнали дальше узнавать, что там с Лилландрием. Сейчас этому картографу, может он что-нибудь. Может он нарисует нам карту. Все-таки. Скажет, где находится этот кувшин. Оп. I'm картограф.
Yes?
Yes.
Good day. I'm Cyrus.
Aren't too many youngsters around these days, especially not as well spoken as you. I'm Maiko, the local cartographer. Can I help you?
Нарисуй мне карту Лилландрии.
What are people talking about around town these days?
Damning the governor's eyes, mainly. I try not to get involved in all those troubles. I've seen more than enough suffering in my life. I just want to spend my last days working with my maps.
Че? Ну ладно, Алига.
I wonder if you've heard of this restless league.
The alliance between Daggerfall, Wayrest, and Balfiera against the Cyrodiils during the First Era? No, that was the League of Unrest. No, sorry, I'm just not familiar with it.
Кто знает, то не знаю.
Do you know a young woman named Izara?
I'm afraid not. I don't know too many of the youngsters around town these days. You see, I prefer to spend my time with my maps.
По-моему, с попугаем было лучше разговаривать, чем с ним. Попугай мне больше информации дал, чем он.
What do your maps tell you?
Maps are like people. Did you know that, Cyrus? There are good maps, bad maps, indifferent maps. You shouldn't trust most maps. They'll lead you astray if you give them a chance. An honest map is rarer than a true friend. Remember that, young sir.
Is life under the Imperial Governor so harsh?
I said I didn't want to speak of such things.
I've heard tell that your basement is used as a smuggler's den.
Really? How about that? I rent the downstairs to some local lads. They're quiet, always pay up on time. I can't imagine they're up to anything illegal.
These local lads, do they have names?
They never said. Perhaps you should run downstairs and ask them yourself.
Так они меня не пускают. Говорят, пароль надо, а я не знаю пароля.
Have you ever heard of the flask of Lillandrala?
Hunding's bones, of course I have. Treasure hunters come here from all over Tamriel, digging and poking around interminably. Well, they say there's a treasure map floating around here somewhere, but I don't believe it.
Карту сокровищ, так нарисуй. Ты сможешь мне нарисовать карту сокровищ?
Why not?
If there were a real map, why hasn't someone found the flask by now? Such a waste of time and effort, lusting after a mythical elven flask, when the island is full of real mysteries.
Понятно, короче.
What do you mean?
Well, the caverns, for instance. Haven't heard of them, have you? Or the dwarven ruins either. But they're real, young sir, and as full of mystery and adventure as you could ask.
Пещера, руины, ты про шо?
Where can I find these caverns you speak of?
Now that's the question, isn't it? Won't find them on your cheap commercial map, will you? That's a real mystery for you to ponder.
Хорошо, а про руины?
Tell me more about these dwarven ruins.
A bit more famous than the caverns, but if it's not about elves, no one cares. One of the great mysteries of the ages, the disappearance of the dwarves. But instead it's flask of Lillandril this, flask of Lillandril that.
I don't know much about dwarves. I always thought they were mythical creatures.
See what I mean? Not myths. Real. As real as stone and metal. Who do you think built those ruins? All gone thousands of years ago. No one knows why. But that's a whole nother story. What were we talking about again?
Да так ни о чем, просто я зашел. Ладно, может ты мне все-таки продашь какую-нибудь карту?
Do you have any maps for sale?
Sorry, I don't sell retail. Contract work only. But perhaps I can make a map for you?
Ну хотя бы струм с МК сделай. Чё? Нет.
No thanks.
Very well. Please let me know if I can help you with anything.
Так, стоп. Купить карты.
Do you have any maps for sale?
Sorry, I don't sell retail. Contract work only. But perhaps I can make a map for you?
Страсмкая.
I could use a map of the island.
I used to make those, but I can't compete with the big Hammerfell cartography houses. Hire beggars and street urchins to copy off a master map. You've probably seen their cheap city maps around. Nothing like a good hand-drawn map. But people don't seem to care about craftsmanship anymore.
Ладно, еще раз.
Do you have any maps for sale?
Sorry, I don't sell retail. Contract work only. But perhaps I can make a map for you?
Книга артефактов эльфов.
I wonder if you can make anything of this. These look like map notations to me.
Let me see. Oh, bloody hell. This again. Jafar must have sold this annotated copy of elven artifacts 10 times. And they always end up here. Can you make me a map, they say? Why is everyone so mad over lost elven treasure? I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I'm too busy today.
Назовите вашу цену. Я, может быть, продам эту книгу вам за то, чтобы вы нарисовали мне карту. А ну?
I'm willing to pay for the map. Handsomely. Just name your price.
Persistent, eh? Listen, if you'll give me the book, I'll make it for you. One last time, free of charge. At least then I won't ever have to see it again.
Ну, давай книгу за карту, что делать? Дам тебе эту книгу. Так уж и быть.
Sounds good. When will the map be ready?
Come back in a little while. I'll see what I can make of it.
Хоть что-то мне сделать, спасибо. Хоть какая-то тебе полезная есть информация. Я вам говорю, с попугаем было легче разговаривать, чем с этим картографом. Это еще бедный ходит, медальон свой ищет.
Found my locket yet?
Да не нашел я твой медальон, нафиг он не срался. Сейчас найдем. Так, что-то чуть-чуть подзависло немного. Так. Говорите, Кролла зайти. Сейчас зайдем. Только вспомнить, где он живет.
Hey, Redguard. What about a drink?
Да ты все равно мне не нальешь. Опа. Кто это у нас тут такой сидит на сундуке?
Could I have a word with you?
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
What do you want?
Do you know a woman named Azara?
Izara.
Изора.
Scrawny little thing, chicken legs, no hips. Yeah, I know her. Used to come by, pestering me all the time. You know how women are. Not my type, though. Rolo likes some larger.
Ему, короче, не грубите, потому что он вам ничего не расскажет, если вы ему нагрубите.
That's very helpful.
Так что с ним лучше помягче разговаривать.
What do you know of the Restless League?
Bunch of idiots, if you ask me. You can't fight the Empire. They'll learn, though.
How are things in town with the Imperials in charge?
What do I look like? The town crier? Same old as far as Rolo's concerned. Politics is for suckers. I got a sweet deal with Garrick. No need for me to worry about who's sitting in the palace.
Do you know anything about the smuggler's den under the cartographer's shop?
Maybe I've heard of it. Yeah, I've seen some guys hanging around there, supposedly in the Restless League. But it's all talk. They never do anything. You can't get in there without a password anyway, so you may as well forget about it.
Скажи мне пароль.
I know you've been in the smuggler's den, Rolo. Tell me the password, and I'll leave you alone.
You got the wrong guy. I don't know nothing about no password. I was just telling you what I'd heard.
Лучше помягче, не надо ему грубить.
Whatever you say, friend. The Keen tells me you have his wife's silver locket. Any chance I could get it back?
Stupid Lakeen. He's a loser at more than cards. Deserves what the missus will give him when she finds out. It's mine now, and I ain't giving it back.
Suit yourself. It's of no importance to me.
Then why are you bothering me about it, moron?
What sort of deal do you have with Garrick?
You know, that fool elf that runs the trading post pays me a silver penny for each crate I bring up from the docks. No lie! And I only have to go down when the bell rings. Means the ship's arrived. Yup, Roro knows a good thing when he sees it.
I don't suppose you've ever been in the palace.
No, could have got a job to go up there, but Kitarow wasn't offering enough. Let some other sucker trek all the way out to Nagastas.
Bell?
Jeez, you are as dumb as you look. The bell, in the bell tower, right outside.
Конечно, конечно.
Of course, how stupid of me. Tell me about this Nagasta.
Didn't I tell you to buzz off? He's some sort of necromancer, lives outside of town, in a big tower.
It's always a pleasure, Rolo.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Прикольный мужичок Ролло. Я говорю, если ему нагрубить, короче, он ничего вам не расскажет. А так, хоть что-то узнали про колокол. Так, надо, короче, чтобы звонил колокол, чтобы он сюда вышел. Тогда можно будет достать амулет. Ну, это мы сейчас скоро сделаем. Так, чё вы тут сидите? Тихонечко ведете себя? Эй, Дракуша. Эй, я с тобой хочу поговорить.
Did your mother let you climb on the
Ты
furniture?
сам отошел. Я хочу с тобой поговорить, как тебя еще вызвать? Ля-ля. Ну как с тобой поговорить? О. Что ты знаешь о сосуде
I've
Лилландрии?
come across the legend of the flask of Lillandril.
That bug's got you too. A lot of people on this island are looking for it. Even the Empire, I hear.
What would they want with it?
The scuttlebutts, they want it for an invasion of Somerset Isle to help them dispel its magical defenses. Leastways, be advised that the flask's burial ground is well sought by more dubious parties than you.
Кто же, интересно, еще ищет?
A lot of people are looking for the flask. Anybody in particular?
There's a Breton about town, loud and lit to hear, by the name of Crendel. He was in a few weeks back, bragging about having a piece of a map.
A map showing where the flask is buried.
Yeah, but Crendel's a drunk, so make of it what you like.
Такого пьяницы, оказывается,
I'd
есть.
better keep moving. Can we talk later?
Anytime, anytime.
Anytime, anytime. Такого алкаша, оказывается, есть кусочек карты. Ух ты, сейчас спросим у него. Может, он у нас... Ее. Ну шо, алкаш, давай свой кусок карты. Где ты? Стой.
A is for the apes that date their mothers.
Что ты за чушь несешь?
Ever heard of the Flask of Lillandrail? You look like a treasure hunter.
Ah, the flask of Lillandrail. Everything good in life comes in a decanter.
Drekius tells me you found yourself part of the Flask of Lillandrail map.
Oh, he did he? Who? Well, he's lying. Yup, that lizard's lying.
Я сейчас соврал.
Of course he's lying. You're not bright enough to have gotten a piece of the map.
Это точно.
What? I'm brighter than you, Redguard. I do have a piece of the map. How's that? Didn't think I did you?
That's impressive, Crendel. How could I have doubted you? Tell me, how'd you get it?
You'll like this question, boy. I passed out one night on old Trithic's boat while he was sleeping. Woke up early, looking for a drink, and what do I find under his cot? A piece of the map. He probably doesn't even know it's gone.
Сейчас пойдем узнаем.
I've had enough.
Good.
Ты говоришь, тогда Тритик, да? О, ты взял у Тритика, украл кусок карты. А внюк ты после этого. Вор. Ладно. Сейчас узнаем про у Тритика.
Excuse me.
Как же заставить Ролла, чтобы он вышел с хаты, а? Интересно, что там? Надо будет тоже сейчас туда попасть. О, замок. Так, может, сейчас пустят нас еще. Привет. Привет.
What do you want?
Это дворец?
This is the palace, correct?
That's correct.
А мне надо повидать Риктона.
I need to speak with Governor Rickton.
What business do you have with him?
Я хочу задать ему несколько вопросов.
I need to ask him a few questions.
Not good enough. Now move along.
Хорошо, а еще раз?
I need to speak with Governor Rickton.
What business do you have with him?
Подарок предложить.
I'd like to offer him a gift.
He's not interested, Redguard.
I need to speak with Governor Rickton.
What business do you have with him?
То есть не какую-то, да?
I have some information he may find useful.
You're not talking your way past me. Now move along.
Ну и хер с тобой.
That's all for now, but I'll be back.
Sure.
Конечно, я вернусь. Возьму амулет-то и вернусь. А это, наверное, тюрьма. То в то окошко надо как-то пропасть. Вот там он точно. Как туда попасть? Ладно, то потом.
What do you want?
Это тюрьма?
Keeping the jail full?
Indeed, Redguard. Move along.
Не хочу.
I need to visit with one of your prisoners.
They don't take visitors. Now go about your business.
That's all for now, but I'll be back.
I'll be back. Ну что, идем к этому критику. Сказать ему, что у него карты украли. Где, о, сюда. Что же она так притормаживает? Мне очень сильно нравится.
I wonder what's in there.
Где? Я ничего не вижу. Где ты, критик? Я тебя в первой серии вообще не мог найти. Полчаса тебя искал. Вот он, да?
Lad?
Да ладно, я думал, девушка.
Trivik, may I bother you again?
Of course, my boy.
Of course. Крендал. Лодка повреждена.
Lakeen said your boat was damaged by vandals.
By the looks of it. Woke up one morning and the midboard was broken. Hope he gets to it soon.
Lakeen said your boat was...
Sorry.
By the looks of it.
Lakeen said...
Sorry.
By the looks of it.
A fellow named Krendel was bragging about a map he stole from you. Was he lying?
Krendel, eh? Belly-crawling son of a forebear's cur. It was part of a map, supposedly showing the location of the flask of Lillandrala. In my youth, I was something of a treasure hunter.
Do you remember what was on the map?
2 numbers, an X, and the notation long tree. That's all I can remember. If you find it, keep it. I'm too old for such things.
Maybe I can get Krendel to find it for me. Thanks for your help, Trivik.
Отлично.
Thanks, Trivik. I've got to go.
Короче, на карте было X и дерево. Угу. Все, теперь ты не отвертишься от нас. Ну и такое бывает. Так, идешь, по-моему, то бадмц. И ты уже не на мосту.
Well?
У тебя well. Идем поговорим с попугаем опять. Это я шучу, кусок. Алоэ сейчас здесь купим у него. Скажем, что
Hello, Garrick.
познакомимся с
Cyrus, a pleasure to see you again.
Сосуд
I've
Лилландрила.
heard tell of a magical flask hidden somewhere on the island. Do you know anything about it?
The flask of Lillandrala, far famed in song and legend, from my own homeland of Somerset Isle, you know. And you must have heard of the mysterious map. Always a map.
I haven't been to Somerset Isle in years. Beautiful place, as I recall.
I should ask you for news then, Redguard. I last saw the Eternal Isle in my youth, long before you were born. I'm older than I look. Beautiful, yes, but static and snobbish. A shopkeeper like me is lower than dirt back home. Here, I'm a respected pillar of the community.
You know of a map to the flask?
Oh yes, according to legend, the ship carrying the flask and its owners was shipwrecked on Stros Mackay. That was all back thousands of years ago, before the Redguards ever came to Hammerfell, you understand. Perhaps a survivor hid the flask and made a map. Who knows? Trithik could tell you more, though.
Trithik, huh?
He used to be quite the flask hound. Why, I must have sold him 6 shovels over the years.
Ну, я уже узнал у Тритика. У Тритика ее просто украли.
I'm afraid I may have made his acquaintance. Large, loutish, unwashed.
Rollo. Yes, a rather unlikely fellow. Even if you don't mind the smell. But he'll tote a bale for a silver penny, and I can't even hire a mule for that.
Rollo works for you, then?
An exaggeration, to be honest. He's supposed to bring up my shipments from the harbor when they arrive. A simple task, you would think, but he's drunk or asleep half the time and doesn't hear the bell. Rollo! Rollo, no! Rain pan bono!
Bell?
Bell?
My old friend Favis rings the bell to signal the arrival of a ship, so the merchants know to come down to the harbor to trade. Rollo is supposed to listen for it, but I've had such trouble with him. But you don't need to listen to an old elf complain.
Значит, надо, чтобы позвонить в колокол, чтобы Ролло сюда пришел.
Thanks for the time, Garrick.
I'm a pretty bird.
Да я не спорю, что милая птичка. Что зайдем, узнаем про серебряный кораблик. Может, что-то знает. Так, где эта продавщица? Что же она так? Стоп. Да тихо ты. Короче.
I wonder what's in there.
Да
Well?
Вот. Да мне не поговорить с Тритиком, мне сюда зайти надо. Войти в мастерскую по серебру, чтобы узнать про серебряный кораблик. Опять круг почета.
Cassandra, hello.
Cyrus, what do you need?
I'm told of a legendary magical flask, supposed to be buried somewhere on the island.
Sounds fascinating. I love stories of buried treasure.
Perhaps you've seen a silver box shaped like a ship. It has something on it I'm looking for.
No, sorry, nothing like that in my shop.
Точно нету.
Excuse me. Perhaps we can speak later.
Ну, смотри, я зайду попозже. Точно нет? Может, посмотришь где-нибудь еще? Нет, ты уверена, что нет? Точно нет. 100% нет. Ладно.
I wonder what's in there.
Да сейчас зайдем. Подожди.
I wonder what's in there.
Да сейчас, ляг, это неламонная. Ну заходи. Оля. Ох, сейчас как неудобно драться в замкнутом пространстве.
There he is.
Ненавижу
I'm
это.
quick. Try me, Redguard.
Этот момент ненавижу.
You're quite resourceful. Fall back and die, Redguard. Ah! Taste this. You're quite resourceful. You've lost, Redguard. Pipe and cut. Yield. You're quite resourceful.
Блин, ненавижу. Странно.
A health potion. Excellent.
Абсолютно. Excellent.
It's empty. Somebody's really been through this place.
Может, тут где-то есть серебряный кораблик все-таки.
It's empty. Somebody's really been through this place.
Ну ладно, нет так нет. Значит, 3 части, да? Значит, серебряный кораблик раз, алкаш 2. И еще где-то 2 части. Ну ладно. Ну, где ты? Ну, что ты теперь скажешь мне про серебряный кораблик? Опять скажешь, что нет ничего, да? Давай, круг почета. Зачем это делать? Я не знаю. Я сейчас вообще ничего не нажимаю.
Hello.
Cyrus, what do you need?
Мертвые солдаты.
I've killed several Imperial soldiers who had broken into your house. I hope that won't cause you any trouble with the governor.
The governor should hope I don't cause him any trouble over this. What possible reason could his soldiers have for breaking into my house? A loyal forebear, of all people, one of his few potential allies in the city. Not a good sign for the Empire's future here in Hammerfell.
I think I know why those soldiers were searching your house. The governor may think you have part of a map showing the location of the flask of Lillandrala.
Why would he think that? I'd never even heard of this flask before I came here.
I've learned that one piece of the map is engraved on a silver ship. Sound familiar?
No, but I inherited a load of junk when I bought this shop. I put it all in my storeroom next to my house, but I haven't had time to look through it. Here, take the key. If you find this ship, keep it. It's only bringing me
Так, все-таки
trouble.
ты знала про этот кораблик. Да хорошо.
Excuse me. Perhaps we can speak later.
Обманывать нехорошо. Ой. Да, возьми теперь серебряный ключик. Ты же победил, можешь теперь поковыряться. Идем на склад, ищем серебряный кораблик. Вот он,
Probably
склад.
need to find something to use it with.
Да подожди ты просто вот так вот. Ну тебе, а ну, кораблик.
Nothing.
Спасибо. Кораблик.
What's this?
Кораблик. Шо? Вот от О, старт нашел. Я нашел старт карты. Откуда начинать? Отлично. И отлично. И осталось всего лишь найти 3 кусочка. Ну, сейчас отберем еще один алкаша. Не, стой. Что, погнали до алкаша. Скажем, что мы знаем секрет его. Теперь он от нас не отвертится. Да что ж надо тормозит. Вроде во всех, да, дома, все, вроде бы везде побывали. Шо ты, алкаш?
B is for the boys, they pop for fun.
Прячь мой свой меч. Давай торговаться за карту.
I'll gladly take that map piece off your hands if you're not using it. Perhaps a trade.
You have nothing I want, Redguard. But I don't have it on me. I've hidden it away where them sissies
Ты
can't
в этом
find it.
уверен?
I have some info that may concern you, Krendel. I heard some boys talking that they had found your hidden map piece.
That's impossible. They're just talking. Jealous of Krendel, they are. They couldn't know where it is.
Смотри.
No, I'm not so sure of that. I overheard them say it had 2 numbers on it, an X and long tree. Didn't mean much to me, but I'd check your hiding spot if I were you.
What?
Ха?
What?
А?
I mean, what? Damn, another lie. Now go away, Cyrus.
Шо? Обделался? Так вот. Все равно ты сейчас мне покажешь, где она спрятана. Ладно, я ушел. Пока. Пока. Счастливо оставаться. Давай, до свидания. О, куда это ты идешь, а? Так, надо за тобой проследить. Только так, чтоб ты ж меня не видел. Прям как в ассасинах, когда там должна была следить на расстоянии. Давай быстрее чухай. Ну давай уже. Здесь сейчас он опасный момент будет. Сейчас он оглянется. А нет. Ладно, на всякий случай сохранимся все равно. Так, где моя лопата? Если чтобы лопатой по голове, все равно признается, где карта. Ну долго еще это будет идти, а? Какой что нудный. А, ты где-то у змеи спрятал, да? По-любому со змеей что-то связано. А я так пойду. Ага. В этой беседке тебя подожду. О, я вижу тебя. А я вижу тебя. Вот, а не, я думал, это ты. Ну, и где ты есть? Я же видел тебя, ты здесь и шел. Ну. Твою моя. Ладно.
Hey,
хватит.
stop following me. Hey, come on.
Ну все,
Can a guy
все,
have some
хожу.
plover?
Тут, ну не нуди.
Have some plumber, flabber free.
Ну не нуди.
Privately.
Да все. Не нуди, а. Блин, перепугал. Я думал, то он уже вернулся. Ладно. Маму сюда. Ну и где ты? А, есть, идешь. Я вижу, что идешь. Давай уже быстрее. Я знаю, где-то вот под этим, все равно под деревом каким-то. Ладно, сейчас сохранимся, ну и нафиг. Вон там вдали есть водопад, вот его надо запомнить. Ну, чуть позже мы туда тоже попадемся к этому водопаду. Ну давай, ля. А с бутылкой так и не расстаются. Пофиг. Ну и все, прощайся со своим кусочком карты. Теперь она моя.
Excellent. What's this? A leather pouch. And here's Trithic's map piece inside.
Ну и отлично. Вот мы добыли вторую часть карты. Осталось 2. Так. Что, заставим Ролла поработать. И заставим колокол звонить. Или звонить. Звонить. Сейчас все настроим. Надо просто с местным человечком поговорить. Со слепым, глухим, короче, ну. Не туда. Смотрим, не туда смотрим. Вон он, колокол. Стойте, так лучше будет видно. Звони. Не хочет, ну и ладно. Ой, кто здесь? Ой. Флажок. Надо флажком помахать, я ж помню. Можно флажок взять? Человеком, каким человеком? Где он? Ох, ё-моё, нифига себе.
Hello, sir. Sir, could I speak to you for a moment?
Who's there? What do you want?
My name is Cyrus. I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
Mind? Why would I mind? I'm Purnell, by the way. Ask away, my boy.
Do you know my sister? Izara.
Izara? And you're Cyrus, her brother? Of course. Probably look just like her, too. Would have seen the family resemblance. But without my eyepiece, I'm afraid I can't get too good a look at you. You know, I haven't seen Izara around in quite some time.
Монокль, я монокль нашел. Дайте окуляр.
Have you heard of a group called the Restless League? My ship was attacked by a couple of them on the way here.
That was you? I saw the whole thing through my telescope, you know. Not much of a battle, though. Ha! You really gave those ruffians what for? Wait a minute. Maybe the Restless League is after you, too. I wonder what Izara could have done to get them so riled up.
Two? Do you mean the Restless League is after my sister? Why didn't you say so before?
You never said she was missing, Cyrus. This was months ago anyway, and my memory ain't what it used to be. As I was saying, a couple of them boys came around asking about her, but not respectful like you. Gave me the hairy eyeball, trying to scare an old man. Don't believe anyone has the right to talk to me like that. No wonder they have such a bad reputation.
How does the city fare with the Imperials in charge?
I got nothing to tell that you can't hear from anyone in town. This was the heart of Crown resistance, but look at it now. When you lock up or murder every Crown or League supporter, it don't leave much.
What are you watching for up there?
Ships, Sonny. I'll let the town know when a merchant ship is coming into port. Reminds me of my seafaring days a bit, watching out from the crow's nest. But now I'm stuck with this job.
How come?
'Cause ships are about the only thing I can see. I lost my eyepiece around here somewhere, and the spyglass here's no right alternative.
What did these restless league fellows want to know?
Just if I'd seen Azar, let them know if I ever did. Ha! Like I'd tell them anything after they come in here all threatening like. Seem to think she'd stolen something from them. If that's true, no wonder she's disappeared. Either they found her, or she's making sure they don't.
I thought the Restless League was outlawed. How would you contact them?
You'll find out soon enough. The smuggler's den is hooked up with the League somehow. Not directly, or it'd be out of business by now with Fat Boy on a rampage, but I'm sure they could still get in touch with the League.
Where is the smuggler's den?
Under Maiko's shop, but it ain't that simple. No one gets in without a password.
Do you know the password?
Afraid not, Cyrus.
What kind of reputation does the League have?
Terrorists, pirates, all that. No doubt about it. They ain't to be trifled with. Fat Boy found that out himself. But then the Empire don't like to be messed with either.
The League is fighting against the Imperial occupation?
They were. Not openly like the Crowns, but that's never been the League's way. Blowing up Richton's flagship more in their line. Watched it burn from right here. An amazing sight. But what did it accomplish? The Empire's still here, and I haven't heard hide nor hair of the League until today.
So you can't see without your eyepiece?
I can see the galleons and spice traders just fine with this spyglass. But other than that, I can't very well walk around town holding a telescope up to my eye.
It might be kind of funny, though.
I'm laughing even as we speak. Could you maybe find it for me, lad? It's a strange kind of loneliness when the beginnings of your vision's at a 100 yards.
I think I may have found your eyepiece. Is this it?
Well, glory be! How can I ever thank you, Cyrus, my boy? I know! I'll let you wave the flag. It'll be our little secret, eh? Go on, take it! Take it! An opportunity like this don't come along every day.
Давай, хорошо.
All right. I think I'll take you up on that.
That's a spirit. You'll soon see what I'm talking about. Nothing like it, I'm telling you.
Here you go, Purnell. Thanks for letting me borrow it.
Of course, Cyrus, my boy, of course. I wasn't pulling your leg about the flag, was I? Makes life worth living, even at my age.
Hello, Purnell.
Eh? Stop mumbling and speak up, sonny.
Favis is a friend of yours?
Ha! He'd like to think so. Damn nuisance is what he is, always whining about having to ring the bell. Just yesterday he had me down there, complaining it was broken. It don't ring as loud as it used to, Brunel. Sure, old Goat's as deaf as a post, that's the only problem.
Why does Favis ring a bell?
To let everyone know the ship's here, of course. What do you think? I just shout out across the rooftops? When I see a ship, I go out on the walkway and wave my flag so Favis knows to ring the bell. There's nothing quite as satisfying as that. Kinda makes you feel like a god, waving that flag and listening to the bell ring out over the whole town. A pity I can't let you try it, but we don't get too many ships in port these days.
Do you think I could borrow your flag for a minute?
I really shouldn't, but... all right, I can't help it. I just like to make people happy.
Все, можно идти махать вверх флагом. То, кстати, где он? Ага, вот он. Ну, не здесь, ты чё? Не. Помахал, молодец. Так это здесь не работает. Надо махать в определенном месте в определенное время. Например, где-то вот он колокол. Прямо здесь это надо делать. Теперь можешь махать. Все, хорош. Главное, чтобы колокол зазвонил. Ну что, мы надеемся, что Роллаш вышел уже со своего дома. Пошел уже выгружать, наверное, скорее всего, эти корабли. Мы как раз соберем медальончик в это время. Давай быстрее, а то сейчас Ролла вернется к себе в хату, а мы там ковыряемся. Давай быстрее, говорю. О боже, как же это долго. Там какой меч. Реально, сейчас Ролла вернется в дом. Ничего мы не успеем сделать. Давай быстрее, ну пожалуйста. Ух ты. Чё, даже ни одной это не потерял. Нифига себе. Давай, давай, шевели своими булками. Надо успеть.
Lad?
Надо успеть, надо успеть. Бом. И мы узнаем пароль от контрабандистов. Дадим медальон и узнаем пароль. Где он хоть живет? Не вспомни, где он живет еще. В этот дом, по-моему. Что, Ролла, сейчас мы тебя обчистим. Что ты у тебя тут в сундучке?
What's this?
Бутылка. Вот он и серебряный медальончик, который нам нужен. Да что у тебя за привычка меч все время доставать? Да, блин, то выйди ты, не доставай меч, просто выйди. Давайте посмотрим, что хоть за медальончик. Посмотрели? Хватит вам.
It's Lakeen's silver locket that he wanted from Rollo.
Ну шо, Лакин? Я спас твою шкуру. Черт, тебя твоя жена не убьет. Да, вот так, ну, так походим. Давайте походим с медальоном, ага. Где этот теперь Лакин? Должен будешь. Потом вернешь. Нашел ты Лакин. Ты нашел мой медальон? Не, не нашел. Нет его у меня. Да блин, на что-то.
Nice blade, but I don't like them waved at me, even in fun.
Я не виноват.
Лакин?
Он сам достает его.
Have you found my locket?
Нет. Пароль.
I haven't been able to get the locket. Just give me the password.
So much for Redguard honor. We had a deal, Cyrus. No password until I get that locket.
То есть похер, да, что тебя жена может убить? Какой ты, блин.
Okay, Lakeen. Here's your locket. Now tell me the password.
Oh, thank goodness! You got it! I'm saved! Never going back to that den again! No, sir. No more for me, but have your own go at it. The password you require is spoon. Be careful, Cyrus, and thanks again.
Спун. Ложка.
We'll talk later.
Пароль ложка. Ну ложка так ложка. Я надеюсь, Роллаш не заметит, что у него там в хате сундук открытый. Ну шо, пароль ложка. Удар по двери. Бэм.
What's a password?
Spoon.
Простак.
Right, just a second.
Простак. Спун, это ж, по-моему, ложка. Ну ладно. Где ты там есть?
What's wanted, mate?
Что тебе надо? А тебе что надо?
Cyrus.
Yurik.
Юрик. Ха.
Welcome to the smuggler's den. What do you want?
Юрик. Юра. Здорово, Юра.
I'm looking for Azara, my sister. Apparently, she did business with you occasionally.
That's right, she came by from time to time. Last time I saw her, she was after a piece of malachite for some reason.
Малахит. Малахит. Чем я
Does
малахит?
the Restless League operate out of the smuggler's den?
We've always worked together, since way back before the Civil War. Mutual interest and all that. The League boys must be laying low. Haven't seen any of them in weeks. Yeah, no matter. Smuggling's good business, with or without pirates.
The Imperial occupation doesn't seem to have cramped your style much.
Everyone needs smugglers, like it or not. For instance, Rickton likes his Valen Wood wine. The League makes sure none of it arrives legally, and we make sure the palace cellar stays well stocked. Everybody wins.
A cozy little operation you've got here.
Thanks. We like to think so. Say, who gave you the password, by the way? So I know who I need to beat the hell out of.
Риктон.
Still, I'm surprised Rickton gives you such a free hand.
We have our uses. Like if you don't want the Emperor to know how much taxes you're actually collecting. As I said, everybody wins.
Don't worry, your secret's safe with me. Not that this place is such a secret. Half the town seems to know about it.
Yeah, well, we don't rate quite as highly as the Restless League on Rickton's enemies list.
What would Azara want with that?
Dunno. She sure wanted it bad, though. Traded me a League insignia for it. Said I could use it to get favors from the League. Yeah, but since then the League has vanished from Stros Makai, so I'm stuck with a worthless piece of paper.
I could use that insignia Azara gave you. Can I have it?
Well, that depends. What's in it for me?
Вы были другом Зары.
You claim to be Azara's friend. I'm trying to find out what happened to her, and I need that parchment to do it.
I never said I was her friend, just that I knew her. What makes you think I care what happened to her?
Она бы полюбила вас.
Because I know my
Она всех
sister.
любит здесь.
She would have liked you. She always did have bad taste in men.
Is that supposed to be an insult? Hell, you may as well take it. I can see if I don't give it to you, you'll just stand here talking all day. And I got work to do.
О, знак Лиги. Буква R. Там в самом начале, вот, которые двое на нас напали, тоже у них там на руке была буква R.
Suppose you wanted to get into the governor's palace. Could you do it?
Not me. Governor tolerates our operation, sure, but he doesn't trust us. Rickton's a stickler for security, and no wonder. The League would love to put a knife in him. Nobody gets in the palace without a damn good reason.
Пока, Юрик.
It's been a pleasure, Yurik.
Юрик. Юрик. Вот и все. Мы нашли третий кусочек карты. Остался один. Так, давайте сейчас точно проверим, сколько у нас кусочков. Смотрим. Так, серебряный кораблик. Раз. Часть карты Тритика 2. Знак отличия Лиги. Не то, извините. Вот.
A parchment of Azara's, with the Restless League insignia on it.
Вот. Раз.
A map
Да.
piece to the flask of Lillandrala.
Чё он отключается, не пойму. Блин.
A map piece to the flask of Lillandrala.
Ну и чё он сразу выходит с этого, с инвентаря? Ну ладно. И вот еще.
A silver boat from Cassandra's storeroom.
И плюс этот еще нам рисует карту. Прикольно. Ну что, ребят, на этом будем прощаться. Серия закончена. Мы нашли 3 кусочка карты. Узнали, что Изара тут всех любит. Что она была связана с Лигой. Вот. В следующей серии мы будем дальше узнавать, что с кем случилось. Все, всем пока, всем спасибо за просмотр.